Hello everyone. Now let's learn these commonly confusing two expressions and their meanings. At the hospital, in the hospital. Do you say someone is at the hospital or the person is in the hospital? These two expressions are correct, but they are used to mean two different things in English. Come along with me, let's learn the difference between at the hospital and in the hospital. At the hospital. This tells us that the person is presently at the hospital location. At the hospital location, it doesn't necessarily tell us if the person is inside or outside the hospital building. It doesn't also tell us if the person is a visitor, a patient, or a doctor. In general, at the hospital is all about being at the hospital location. This is all about location and not about the sickness. When we're talking about location, rather than what the person is doing there. So a person who is at the hospital could be visiting. It could be a nurse or even a doctor. For example, we can say, I am at the hospital visiting my sister. This means I am at the hospital location visiting my sister. Probably my sister is the one who is sick. So I am just there to visit and I am not there because I am sick. On the other hand, in the hospital refers to someone who is presently inside the hospital building. It often refers to someone who is a patient inside the hospital building. As a patient. This can also refer to someone who is presently inside the hospital building. Because of the word in, it can mean inside the hospital building. Say, for example, I say, my grandfather is in the hospital. This means my grandfather is presently inside the hospital receiving treatment. In British English, we do not normally use the. We can say he is in hospital. While in American English, we say he is in the hospital. Whichever you choose to use, you should note that they are both correct. Now know the difference between at the hospital and in the hospital. Remember, at the hospital refers to the location, which is the hospital, while in the hospital means being a patient or receiving treatment or inside the hospital building. So, can you answer this question? The question says, she is blank visiting her uncle. Would you say she is in the hospital visiting her uncle or she is at the hospital visiting her uncle? Think about it and drop your answer in the comment section. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.